I wanted to thank you for taking time to speak with me today, my friends.
Uh, Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
as
Bob.
well. The pleasure is
Yeah,
ours. Yeah.
we're excited to
Thank
do
you for
this.
having us.
You guys have created a great sound. I wanted to ask you, what is the creative process between you when you are working on new material?
We do things pretty simple. I write the songs in its full form as much as I can, and then I'll give it to Tonyo in a form of a rough demo, and he will work on his part, and we'll meet in the studio to rehearse, rearrange the song until we're satisfied,
Yep.
and then yeah, that's it. As simple as that.
Yeah, but if you're asking about how we write songs, so Troy and I has this have the same method. We usually come up with the riff first, the chord progression,
Mhm.
and then the lyrics and the theme comes out naturally. I mean, whatever we think best suits the theme of our of the chord progression. So that's pretty much how we go about and create the lyrics.
Yeah, so it's a very collaborative
Yeah,
process.
process. Yeah,
I will
exactly.
start it and Anthony will finish it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And getting back to your sound, I wanted to ask you, what are some artists that have influenced your sound?
Well, I am a Beatle freak. That's for sure. I'm a fan of the Beatles, particularly John Lennon. But we both grew up in the 90s, so I think uh, that is the era that is closest to our hearts, and it is easier to adopt the music of the 90s and
Yeah.
incorporate it to our sound.
Yeah, and as you can see from the songs that we've released so far, the chord progression, the melody, pretty much most of it were heavily influenced by most 90s
Yeah,
rock,
90s
yeah,
bands.
rock bands. Yeah,
Mhm.
but if we're going specifics, I for my part, my influences are Smashing Pumpkins, Oasis, of course, Radiohead.
Yeah.
How about you, Troy?
Uh, Same. I
Same.
love Nirvana, Radiohead, Smashing Pumpkins. Um, yeah, Britpop, Oasis, Blur, and a lot more. But those were the main influences that we kind of used to make our own sound. We mix those bands to create our own. Yeah, and a few 60s music. Yeah.
And that's definitely the key is finding your own sound, and you definitely have done that. Your
Mhm.
music is totally recognizable upon hearing it, and that's
Yeah,
a great achievement in its own, my friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying that. It means a lot.
And you've spent some time in my area in Ohio. I wanted to ask you, how was the experience of interviewing and talking to radio stations here in Ohio?
At first, it was actually a surreal experience,
Mhm.
being interviewed internationally. Well, although we had a few interviews back then locally in the Philippines, but being interviewed from from someone from
The
a foreign
United
country,
States.
especially
Yeah.
the United States, it was at first it was overwhelming, so and again, it's a very surreal experience, but we're actually glad that we had the opportunity to be interviewed by folks from the US, and also play have them most of the radio stations play our songs.
Yeah, and it
Yeah,
feels great to just know that we have listeners in the United
yeah,
States.
across, yeah,
We did not expect it,
exactly,
honest
exactly.
to be honest,
To be
but
honest, yeah.
it's a great thing that people there love our music.
Yep.
So yeah, in the future we're looking forward to
Pl-
perform
Perform in the
there.
US,
Yeah,
yeah.
And
especially Ohio. Yeah.
and you have to
Ohio.
be very
Yeah.
happy with your response here. Um,
Mm.
I think you have very good response, especially "Let's Go," and it's a great tune and one that can resonate with anyone.
Thank you,
Mm,
thank you.
yeah.
Yep.
It's a positive song. Yeah. It's talking about stoicism, stoic principle of amor fati. Love your fate, whatever it is, just move forward and see the brighter side of things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
What lies next for you? What can fans look for next? Can we expect a full length album?
Yeah. We're planning to finish the entire album this year and release it also this year. We're just we just need to prepare because we are recording our songs on analog tape.
Yeah, and
So
it's very expensive.
yeah, kind of
Kind of
expensive.
expensive, unlike the like digital
Yeah.
recording. So
So since we're highly influenced by the 90s,
yep, we like
we
to
do it
keep.
the 90s way
Yeah,
also.
we like to keep it old style,
Yeah, as
old
in
school.
play and record.
Yep.
Yeah, in a professional analog studio,
Yep.
but it's
Yep.
kind of more challenging, but it's more fun because it's like, you have to be on top of your game
Yep.
to record the song properly.
And it's more tedious recording analog because one mistake, there's no way to edit that. So
Mm.
pretty much you start from the top
Yeah.
almost every time.
That or a whole bunch of this, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you as well about the track "Come to Me" because to me, that track, if I was to tell someone about the Thinkers that have never heard them before, that would be the track that I'd have them listen to because I think it really shows a true representation of who this band is.
Oh,
Wow,
thank
thank
you.
you. That means a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Come to Me is our first single.
Yeah, first one
So
that we released.
it's just good to know that it represents the band in a larger scale. Yeah, Come to Me, um, it came out because of a songwriting class I took year 2021. It was an assignment. So the teacher, one of the legendary musicians here in the Philippines, he was the teacher. He asked the class to write a song that will use only two major chords.
Wow.
But I got it wrong because I put a minor chord at the beginning. And by the time the teacher was reviewing the song, he said, "Oh, you got it wrong because you put a minor chord. I just asked you to put two consecutive major chords. If it's A B, uh, C D C D, just like that. But I came up with D minor and C. By the way, he said, "You got it wrong, but the song is pretty good." And for a very accomplished, actually not just accomplished, but an icon here in the
Yeah.
Philippines, telling you that your song is good, it's just a great compliment. And then when we formed the Thinkers, we decided that it's going to be our first single,
Yep.
and we felt great about it.
Yeah. The first time had us listen to the song, so we used to be a multi member
Member.
band, so that's why I'm using we. So when we first heard that song, we instantly fell in love with it. I mean, I agree with you, Bob. Yeah, that pretty much that song pretty much defines how the Thinkers would sound, how our genre is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because when I presented it to my then teacher, it was only with the guitar and with an acoustic guitar and the vocals. And
Mhm.
when we performed it for the first time as a band, we felt something magical about it.
Yep.
We're not exaggerating it. It's just how we felt the first time we played it as a band. So yeah, So it's a good. Yeah. Well, thank you for saying that it's a good song and it represents the band.
And I'd like you to take me back in time. Tell me how the Thinkers became reality.
The Thinkers. Well, years ago, I have a band, just like Anthony. We had our own respective bands, and by 2017, my former band disbanded. We
Disbanded. Yeah.
disbanded, and then I decided to pursue a solo career, a solo project, and then I decided to form just a backup band for me to perform live. And then during the pandemic, of course, every plans were halted, and I got bored, to be honest. And by the tail end of the pandemic, I called for a meeting and proposed them that why don't we do it as a real band, not Troy and the Thinkers, but the Thinkers as a band, not
Yeah.
just me, but a very collaborative um, um, project of different artists.
Yeah. In short, the Thinkers is the product of his boredom. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 and it turned out good. Yeah,
I think
yeah.
the COVID was
So
a hard time for all artists, but
yeah.
at the same time, during that period, some of the best music that's ever been written was
Yeah.
written during that time because
Agree.
artists had time to spend the time and effort that normally a lot of bands couldn't because they had to get a release out and head to the road. And so bands actually had that time to do amazing things. I think some of the best albums that have ever been released have been done through writing through those times.
Agree.
And when you guys aren't working on music, what do you each enjoy to do?
Go first.
I spend time with my wife, family, and friends. But I'm also an architect, so I focus on that when I'm not working with the band. Yeah, that's. I don't have lots of hobbies. My hobbies are playing music and working on architecture stuff and spending time with loved ones. So that's. I think that's all.
Yeah. I, on the other hand, also have a day job, which is technically a night job because I work for a software company based in the U.S. So it's I work in the night shift. But during free time, especially during my rest days, I play online games. Of course, um, I hope she hears it. I play. Sorry, I spend time with my wife, of course, and then during my free time, I play online games. Most of the time, I am I do a lot of online games, and I love riding my motorcycle. So I do long rides
Mm,
with my bike. Yep. Yeah.
yeah,
What else?
we
And
eat a lot.
I eat a lot, as you can see, obviously. As you can see, my tummy here is sticking out. I love eating.
Yeah,
And I also binge watch animes. So
yeah.
um, I love watching animes. But that's it.
Be seen Akira.
Akira, not yet. No, not yet. Is that an old is that a classic anime?
Yes, it's old like me. It's definitely an old one, but it was my first introduction to anime, and I was just totally blown away by it.
Okay, I'll definitely put that on my list. Akira. Thank you.
As far as will there be a video release from you in the near future?
Video release.
Music video, I think.
Yes.
Uh,
I,
it,
I, actually, it was planned back in 2023, right?
yeah.
So definitely, for sure, right?
Yeah, we have lots of work to do, and that's one of the
Planned, yeah.
yeah.
It's part of our timeline. So
So
definitely, we'll have We'll release one soon.
Yeah, one of these days we're going to release a few videos of our songs. Yeah, it's going to be fun and exciting.
And I had the pleasure of getting to see footage of you live. I wanted to ask you if you could tell your fans when they see you live what they can expect.
Uh, they can expect two guys, two good-looking guys.
Ah.
I'm kidding. Um, well, we just play straight rock.
Mhm.
Uh, we don't complicate things even on live setup.
Yep.
And since it's just the two of us, sometimes we ask our some of our friends to fill in for the bass guitar.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, that's it. We just play and enjoy ourselves, and the crowd feels it. And yeah.
And as much as possible, we try to see to it that whatever you hear on our Spotify page, you'll definitely feel and hear the same when you see us live performing live. So
Or heavier.
heavier, or heavier if you
Heavier
can.
and louder.
Yeah.
And there's no better way to do it, my friends.
Yeah.
And speaking of being on Spotify, what all platforms are you on that fans can pick and listen to your music
Well,
besides Spotify?
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and lots of other digital streaming platforms. Yeah,
What else?
and several radio stations around the globe. Yeah, the US, the UK, Australia, and yeah, since we're planning to release a full-length album, we're planning to release it on vinyl,
Yeah,
a
vinyl as
physical
well.
copy.
Yeah.
So we can, sell it around the world, and people can enjoy our music with, you know, something tangible, just like what we do with records before. Yeah, while we're listening, we're reading the sleeves.
Oh,
We're just enjoying the experience, right? So we want also to give that to our listeners in the near future.
and until the album is released, what is the best way to get a hold of merchandise from you? I seen you have a new line of merchandise out. Could you tell us about it?
Of course. So yeah, you can purchase our merchandise, and you can visit our Shopify account. It's the Thinker Sound with one S. The Thinker Sound .myshopify.com. So if you would like to do window shopping, or you want to check out our merchandises, just visit that website. And of
Mm.
course, just feel free to purchase any merchandise from us.
Yeah. Thank you in advance.
It's great stuff, and I had the chance to check it out, and I can't say it's great stuff. It looks high quality and definitely something for a fan to pick up. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lastly, I wanted to ask you if you could give a message to your fans. What message would that be, my friends?
Speaking of fans, we have a name for our fans. For female fans, it's
Yeah, the Thinker Bells.
Thinker
Yeah.
Bells.
And for the guys, we call them the Peter fans. It's a play on the over.
We're just playing around it. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, for our fans and followers, we just like to thank you for supporting the band, and just watch out for our upcoming songs, the album, live gigs, and yeah, more to come, more songs to come,
Yeah,
and
and keep on streaming our music on all digital music streaming platforms.
and all our social media handles.
Yep.
Yeah. Follow us and just be updated from time to time.
Well, I wanted to take a moment, my friends,
Yeah.
to thank you for creating music that I thoroughly enjoy. And I cannot wait to hear what lies ahead for you, my friends. I think you're on a great path and great things lie ahead. And I can't wait to see you here in the States.
Yeah, we're going to visit you for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Of course. Yeah. We're looking forward to um like, playing in
Yeah,
the US.
actually, Ohio, Akron, Ohio, uh, is the hometown of one of our influences, the Black Keys. You know,
Yeah.
another duo band. Yeah, so we wanted to visit Ohio
Yep.
in the near future.
Well, I look forward to seeing you when you come, my.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to tell you something, and I hope I don't mess it up. I want to say Merming Salamata. Salamat.
Maram,
Thank you. Thank you as
yeah,
well.
maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Thank you. And please feel free to keep me updated with any new news as it comes about, my friends.
Of
Yeah,
course.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, of course.
Thank you.
And
Thank
thank you again for the opportunity of speaking with you. And I wish you guys a great rest of your day, my friends.
Yeah, yeah. The pleasure is ours.
Likewise.
Likewise. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good one as well.